I read somewhere that you had an hour-long conversation with David Grusch, right? What did you come away from that conversation thinking, and how did you reflect on that conversation?
Well, it was interesting. He testified in Congress about these retrieval and reverse engineering programs that he claimed actually found non-human evidence for non-human intelligence and moreover even biologics. And I asked him to provide me with specific physical details on what he knows, and he said he can't really reveal those because of agreements that he has with the US government, which was very disappointing as far as I'm concerned. I asked him, well, if the subject has global implications for science, why wouldn't you take the risk and just reveal it? And because it's bigger than yourself. It's. Um, but he said that he prefers not to do it. So at the moment, once again, I didn't encounter any conclusive evidence on this matter.
And let's say, for argument's sake, the government did have, say, concrete evidence of biologics or something like that, and they were to come out and release this information to the public. Now, I suppose one argument for disclosure is the effect that has on the world and the population. And the one big argument is, say, there are parts of the world that are literally built on religious beliefs. Now, if they came out with, say, concrete evidence of extraterrestrial beings, what impact do you think that would have on the world, religion, or in a way, could it even bring us closer to God?
Yeah, so in fact, I had a meeting with a group of believers called Christianity Today. They came to Harvard and asked me to speak with them. And I told them that I have two daughters. And when the second one was born, it didn't reduce the love that I had for the first one. So for that reason, if we have siblings, on exoplanets, it will be very narrow-minded to imagine that God has a deficit in attention to us just because there are others to attend to. Nowadays, we can use AI systems to be in a communication with millions of people at once. So why can't God do that with millions of or billions of exoplanets that may have intelligent life on them? And they agreed with that argument. So I don't think it's in conflict. Finding them would not be in conflict with religious beliefs. I mean, of course, many of us prefer to believe that we are unique and special and deserve special attention. And if we find intelligence that is superior to ours, it would be equivalent to realizing that you have a brother or sister that is smarter than you are. And then, of course, it may mean that if those civilizations are more accomplished than we are, then perhaps they get more attention from a superhuman entity like God. And we might be jealous of that because they were able to reach our doorstep before we reached their doorstep. So, but I think we should get used to that the same way we get used to the fact that we have family members that are more accomplished than we are, or that there are other kids in the world. It's not just us. Of course, it's a shock. You wishful thinking, you would like to imagine a reality where nobody is as good as you are and you are unique and special. But we have to adapt to a different reality. And we realize that we are not at the center of the universe. There was perhaps some cultural shock as a result, but the Vatican is still in existence. It didn't destabilize society to the level that religious believers anticipated. I think it's important for us to know the reality that we live in.